Hello and welcome back to King of Games Mobile. I'm here to talk to you today about the concept of gem efficiency in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Now by gem efficiency, I mean maximizing the chances of getting helpful cards with the least amount of gem expenditure. Especially if you're a free-to-play player, there's only so many gems that you're going to be able to get through stages and missions and events. And while it can seem like a lot, especially when they're doing the celebrations where you're getting 500 gems a day, they run out fast. So the name of the game is prioritization. As a free-to-play player, you're not going to be able to buy out most of the boxes, so you really want to just maximize the chances of getting useful cards. And the first step to that, like I said, is prioritization. So you're going to want to figure out what kind of deck you're going to play and make that deck as good as you can. So if you don't have any specific deck that you really like, I would probably go to the gate and just start looking through the victory rewards. See what different cards are available to you. So you'll notice that it changes as you change what you can, or what level you duel the duelist at. So if you wanted to do a spellcaster deck, you could get a pretty decent one just by farming Yugi and Taya. Yugi will give you the Dark Magician and some of his support cards, and Taya will give you the Dark Magician Girl. It's not a drop you're going to get a lot, but she can also give you the Sage Stone. So basically what you're going to want to do is get Dark Magician out as fast as you can, or Dark Magician Girl as fast as you can, drop Sage Stone, get out your Dark Magician. Once you have your Dark Magician out, you can go back, and if you did enough grinding with Yugi, he has some Dark Magician support cards, specifically, let's see, gotta find them. 1,000 Knives, which will destroy one of your opponent's monsters, and another one that I really like, I think it's a reward here. Yeah, maybe you have to get it at the card shop. Yeah, it looks like you have to get it at the card trader. But it basically lets you destroy all your opponent's spells and traps, and that can be really nice. Another thing is it gives you Last Day of the Witch. You wouldn't normally run this in a spellcaster deck, but if you're dueling a character, like a event character that has a lot of spellcasters, then you can just build like a simple beatdown deck and run Last Day of the Witch in it, and it'll be decent. But you can get all that for free. And so now that you know that you can get those Yugi cards for free, if you want to buy a spellcaster deck, then you're just going to go to the shop and go through here and look at the sets and find out, which ones would be really good for a spellcaster deck. The same thing goes for Kaiba. Let's say you wanted to build a dragon deck. You just go in here and say, okay, what can I get from farming Kaiba? That's level 40. So what can I get? I can get enemy controller. That's useful. I can get the Blue Eyes card. That's pretty important in a Blue Eyes deck. Let's see here. You can also get Last Day of the Witch. You can get Flute of Summoning Dragon, which you actually won't use that much once you get a better deck, but you can use it when you first start out. And then you can get what's called Kaiba Man from the card trader, and you can look at some of the different deck boxes and buy them if you want to. There's a dragon that if it's killed, it lets you automatically summon another dragon from your hand or graveyard, so that can be an easy way to get out Blue Eyes. And yeah, so there are lots of ways to maximize any of these decks, but as a free-to-play player, it's going to take some time to maximize any deck, so you'll just have to spend time grinding. But when it comes time to spend the gems, as I said, what you're going to want to do is look through the boxes, and you want to buy the smallest box with the most number of helpful cards to your specific deck. You might be tempted to try some of the other boxes just because there's like one or two tech cards you want, but tech cards are situational. You really want to build the core of your deck first. That will be the most efficient way to increase your wins. And of course, it's going to be harder to get to King of Games being completely free to play, because there are some people that spend a lot of money on this game and they have almost all the cards, if not all the cards, and so they can build some decks that are just a little bit better tuned than yours. But you can still get yourself up into gold or platinum free to play, and you might get King of Games if you're really diligent with it. But don't be discouraged about free to play. Just use your gems as efficiently as you can, and that'll really enable you to compete with almost anyone. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful. If there are any comments you have or anything you disagree with or want clarification for, really just leave it in the comments, and I will address it as soon as I can. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time on King of Games Mobile.